Good to see everyone. Good morning and welcome to Redondo Beach Center for Spiritual Living Wednesday morning service. And I'm going to share, I'm Reverend Gregory Toole, Senior Minister, and I'm going to share a few announcements with you. Good to see everyone, and thank you to all who have contributed to our restoration project. It is well underway and going very well, so thank you for that. The rains visited us and caused some damage, but your donations are helping us to restore our facility. A little reminder for those who bought tickets to Divine Dining. The first Divine Dining is happening this Sunday, and it's a Motown theme, 4 p.m. this Sunday. Reverend Gregory Toole, myself, is offering a class. I hope you all will join this class, Visioning a Way of Life, it's called. Visioning a Way of Life. It's based on a book by Michael Beckwith called Life Visioning. It's a 6-week class starting on Saturday, September 7th. And you can walk right out of here, go to the front desk and sign up for it if you choose to. Let's see, we have a date for our Hidden Treasure Yard Sale, September 27th through the 29th. Check our activity table with flyer for details and sign up. And it's back to school time for all of those school kiddies, and we are still supporting the Rainbow Shelter. Maureen McKinney is collecting the items, and you can drop them off at the front desk. That's such a beautiful thing that we do. Also, our Namaste Cafe, next Namaste Cafe is coming up on Friday, August 23rd, and I love the what you pay for this. It's either $8 or a plate of cookies. That's my kind of event. So enjoy it. Come and enjoy some great music here, and Reverend Mary will be leading that. On August 25th, a Sunday, we have our drumming circle. Meets at 12:30 in Richelieu Hall. Looking ahead, we have a town hall meeting, first town hall meeting that I'm going to be participating in with you. And I love town hall meetings where we get to be very transparent, share with you everything that's in the works, and you get to ask us questions and give us your ideas. So I hope you all will attend that. It'll be after service on Sunday, September 15th. Our Science of Mind Sunday class in the mornings, 10:15 to 10:45 before service for a taste of Ernest Holmes. Join for that. It's always a wonderful thing to see a gathering before the service of people studying. Every Sunday we have our prayer circle right up here. Practitioner will lead a prayer circle, so if you have something you want prayer for, come up there and get some prayer, because we know that prayer works. Also, we offer 2 weekly book study groups. Check the front desk for more information. And something new here for all of you who are creative, which is all of you, we're in a new name for our bookstore. So we're inviting you to enter a contest. Whoever's name is chosen, you'll get a free book in the bookstore. That's going to be fun, right? But more than anything else, you get to have the fun of using your creative energies to suggest a name for the bookstore. Also, there's a little survey contained in there that will ask you what kind of things you want to see in the bookstore. So you get to have some input there. And lastly, a big thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers. Absolutely, we could not do it without you. Thank you so much. I'm going to call forth our speaker today, Valerie Reeves, and she's got a wonderful way for us to get started today. Reverend Catherine has a question. Is the town hall meeting going to be live streamed? We will find a way for it to also be online. I hadn't thought about it, but we will find a way for that to happen. Well, we want to include you. Thank you for that question. All right.
Well, Gregory's going to stay up here. I think Catherine's going to join us, but I wanted to do something different. Hello, friends. I had too much caffeine today, but it's like, let's start with some music. So let's all stand, and Grant and Vincent are going to put up a beautiful video that we'll sing with. This is Unity of Seattle. We'll visualize our chorus getting this big. And they're going to turn off my microphone. Thank you.
Rise up, oh my soul,
Oh, thank you. Thank you for playing with me today. I love the words of Emma Curtis Hopkins so much. She was one of our great teacher of teachers. And the words, be my tongue every time I talk. I need to remind myself that once in a while, even when I'm talking inside my head, because sometimes we forget the wholeness and the divinity of who we are. Fill my heart with the courage to play. I love that. Because sometimes, I don't know about any of you, but sometimes I get so busy working and doing serious stuff that I forget to play. Anybody else? Okay, sometimes. Good morning, I'm Valerie Reeves. I am happy to be here with all of you today. It is a different kind of Wednesday. I'm knowing that all is well. This is a new microphone, and it's a little bit different, and so I can hear myself breathing. So, because I was dancing, and so I appreciate those of you dancing with and giving me the opportunity to express some of that energy. It's a good thing, and thank you for joining, for sure. That was fun. Yeah. So I am talking about wholeness today. We are whole, perfect, and complete until we feel like we're not. So that divine wholeness that flows through us, and then we get into that monkey mind chatter where we start talking ourselves down instead of talking ourselves up. Anyone else ever do that? Yeah. So I have a quote from Ernest Holmes. No, I don't. I have a quote from Eric Butterworth. You are perfect, a perfect idea in infinite mind. You are whole now. The wholeness is the only way the universe knows you. Through that wholeness, because it's every part of us. And sometimes we're like, oh, I like this part of me, but not that part of me. Or, I didn't do very well there, and then we start talking ourselves down. So I was listening to a speaker, and he was talking about if we're playing poker. Anybody play poker? Once in a while, maybe? All right, I see you. If you have 10 chips, and I have 200 chips, I'm probably going to go all in, because I have more to play with. It's the same thing with our self-esteem. If we have high self-esteem, we're willing to risk more. And where does self-esteem come from? Comes from that divine spirit that flows through each and every one of us, and it comes through our thoughts. Our thoughts, of course, are things, and they create things out there. And I was thinking about some of the thoughts and the words and the actions that I've had and how they created stuff. And I haven't told this story for a while. Some of you have heard it, some of you have not. But how I got to Science of Mind. So when I was in high school, of course, we were in Nebraska. My parents divorced, and yay, trust, best day ever. My sister and I talk about this a lot. It's like, had they not gotten divorced, we would probably still be in Nebraska with a bunch of kids in our little bubble. Because that's what I see happen to my cousins. This is the comfortable bubble. But because my parents divorced, we ended up kind of all over the place. Washington State, Oregon, California, which is the dream for us, watching Annette Funicelli and Frankie Avalon movies, and just wishing we were out there playing beach blanket bingo. So in high school, and it was when I was still in Washington, the movie Grease came out. Remember that great movie? And there was a line in the movie that I kept saying over and over and over. We just drove my sister absolutely bananas. I'll tell you what the line is shortly. Fast forward, we moved to California. My sister's boyfriend introduces us to the Science of Mind. He said, I'm going to a church that I think you guys would really like because of how you are. So we went and we were hooked. Well, I went through, after we graduated, my sister waited for me. We moved out together. I went through a kind of a rough time. So I ended up back in Nebraska. That's where most of my family was. So I went back to Nebraska, ended up meeting somebody, getting married. But before we got married, we had a business together. So we had a restaurant. And with the restaurant, he had proposed to me, and I said yes, but I picked out a very expensive diamond. And so we had it on layaway. Well, one day on my birthday, he brought it in, and I was working. He gave me the ring. I was so excited. I wanted to show everybody my diamond. So I'm showing everybody my ring. And then we got busy. So I'm running around, and all of a sudden I threw away some trash, and it's gone. I hadn't had it very long. It wasn't fitted yet. I wanted to show everybody. I was so excited. And I was devastated. So I'm going from table to table to table. I'm looking everywhere. Well, finally, we have to close because, you know, you got to get up the next day and open it again. So I'm crying myself to sleep. The next day, I went in and I started putting things together. Still, eyes are red. I'm still looking, knowing nothing's ever lost. It's only misplaced. So the day before, I had made about 10 salads. Jello salad, macaroni salad, potato salad, you name it, I made it. So I'm putting the salad bar together, and there's my diamond in the macaroni salad. So I called my sister and I told her what had happened. And being the metaphysical genius that she is, she said, well, duh. Remember that line from Greece that you said over and over? I lost my diamond in the macaroni salad. And it had the opportunity. It's like the words just go out there, and it couldn't be in the potato salad or the Jello salad or the coleslaw. I lost my diamond in the macaroni salad. It was just like, oh, words are so incredibly powerful. So we want to be careful of the words that we're saying all the time, because it's like the universal boomerang. You throw them out there, and they come back. And it might be words that we said a long time ago. So we want to just keep up the good affirmations about ourselves and about our life. You know, like, I won the lottery. Life is good. I'm whole, perfect, and complete. I'm healthy. Saying positive things because it's going in there. Our mind, the universe, always listening. So my sister, being the metaphysical genius that she is, she was living in California, and I was still back in Nebraska for a while. And she decided to come and visit and introduce us to her boyfriend. He had a pickup truck, and so they're driving back to Nebraska. Well, he decided he's going to take a nap on the bench. Now, his line is, I always get tickets. I always get tickets. And my sister's like, I never get tickets. So they're driving down the road, and if you've ever been through Wyoming, it's a lot of open space. So you're kind of getting through it as fast as you can. So he's sleeping on the bench. She's driving way too fast, and pretty soon, woo, woo, woo. He sits up, and he's like, oh, no, I always get tickets, and now you're going to get a ticket. And she calmly said, I never get tickets. So the officer pulled up, and she explained, you know, I haven't been back to Nebraska for a long time. I'm just going to visit family, and I was going a little too fast. I'll slow down. And he said, I totally understand. I'm not going to give you a ticket. But he leans in and points at the boyfriend and says, but I am going to give you a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt. Yeah, so the power of words are so incredibly important. We want to make sure I'm always safe and secure. I arrive at the divine right time, that we're saying things that we want versus things that we don't want. And we want to fill that bucket, those poker chips of our self-esteem, we want to fill it up, so that I'm always saying good things about myself, so when an opportunity happens, I'm willing to play all out. Opportunity happens, I'm willing to play out. And if I lose that game, there's another one. But if we hold ourselves back, and we don't build up our self-esteem, and we have that limited amount of, I'll call it self-esteem chips, then if I put myself out, I get the courage, then I may be devastated because it didn't happen. Or if we remember that we have the universe behind us, supporting us. As Ernest Holmes says, the universe is conspiring for our highest and best always. And sometimes we forget that. And we want to take time every single day doing our spiritual mind treatment, like we do with the kids. I teach the 5 steps of our positive prayer for kids. It's like, spirit is everywhere. I recognize that. I unify with it. I know that I am one with that positive energy. I realize that all things are possible. I just need to get it through my mind. And then I go to that gratitude place. I give thanks. And then I release to the universal action of the law, knowing that as I put it out there, it's coming back. And then I'm in that excited energy, excited that this is happening. It's unfolding like our Amazon order. I place the order, it's coming, it's happening. So Ernest Holmes says this in The Science of Mind, your body is entitled to your respect. You've been R-E-S-P-E-C-T, have we been respecting our body? And some days I can say, yes, I exercised it, I gave it water, I gave it good nutrition, and other days maybe not so much. And the respect as far as how am I talking to my body? Am I saying, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for my knees because they bend. I'm so grateful for my mind because it thinks clearly. I see clearly, I hear clearly. And just giving that loving nurturing to our body and remembering that all of it, we're whole, perfect, and complete just as we are and just as we aren't. So respecting our body, respecting ourselves, and being mindful when we're looking in the mirror and saying certain things. It's like, am I being kind to my body? If I want to recognize the divinity of who I am, I need to remember that. I'm working on it every day. I have another quote from Ernest Holmes. To realize our wholeness, we must understand that we are not separate from the infinite, but we are individualized expressions of the one life. This realization brings us into harmony with the law of being. So if we remember that we are divine, amazing, the same energy that created the stars and planets created us, and it's in, as, and through us. So celebrating who we are, how we are, and what we're doing. And getting in that space, there's that word judgment. I keep thinking of that the last couple weeks. It's like, am I judging myself or am I discerning? Discerning is I'm not doing it with emotion. It's just, hey, this would be a better opportunity. Where judgment is, ew, look at that. We want to get in that space of, hey, what is my highest and best, and what can I do to support myself? And of course, our spiritual mind treatment, recognizing that that divine spirit's flowing through, taking time to meditate. I love the story that Thich Nhat Hanh talks about with his little niece who comes to visit. I don't know if I told this story lately, but I love it, so you're going to hear it again, even if I said it not too long ago. His niece came to visit, and she brought some friends over, and he was in meditating, and she said, Uncle Monk, I need, because he's a Buddhist monk, Uncle Monk, I need some juice, I need something to drink, we're all thirsty. So he came out, and he had made some fresh apple juice, and so he's pouring the apple juice, and the last one went to her, and it was very pulpy. She's like, it's pulpy, it's dirty, I don't want this one. He's like, it's okay, it's just the apple, it's just the sediment, it's okay. She's like, that's not fair. And he's like, it'll be okay, you'll be okay. And he went back to meditating. Pretty soon, it all settled down, and she ran and she said, Uncle Monk, look, it's clear. And he said, yeah, it's just the sediment, it just settles down. And she's like, now I understand why you meditate. So all of the junk will just settle down, and then you can see clearly, which is a great way to meditate. You know, we're just letting everything settle down, and then we allow spirit to come through, and we can see things clearly. That's the beauty of meditation and taking time every day to meditate. And then making sure that we're being mindful of the affirmations that we're saying. And we're not just saying affirmations when I'm in my affirmation time, I'm in my prayer time, I'm in my meditation time. And then we go out into the rest of the world and it's like, oh, look at that. Look at this. That's crazy. Oh, that was stupid. This is when we remember that our affirmations are happening 24/7 all day long. We're affirming stuff. Either that life is good or life is not good. That person is loving and kind or that they're not. And because the universe doesn't know the difference between you and me because we're all stuff. We're all part of that God stuff, that good stuff. So if I'm judging someone else out there, 3 fingers back. My mom used to say, if you're pointing that way, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. So definitely more the truth about yourself than about anyone else. Which is a good way to look at it when somebody is maybe judging you. It's like, yeah, that's about you. It's not about me. And I can love you anyway, even if you're judging and not in that loving space. I like to think about that even if a person loses a job. It's like, it's about them, it's not about me. And they just wanted something different. My oldest son is an actor. I think most of you know I've talked about him a lot. He's Bumblebee, Universal Studios. He gets to take pictures with kids all day long. He's got to do some Make-A-Wishes. And he's done so many auditions. It's like Rich and Famous any day, and yet he loves what he does. And he knows, and he doesn't take it personal. Doing all the auditions, it's like, I wasn't exactly what they were looking for. Oh, they wanted somebody taller, they wanted someone shorter, they wanted someone bigger. They wanted someone different. And he knows without a shadow of a doubt that he is divine and perfect just as he is, in the right and perfect place, all the time. Knowing that the synchronicity of life is perfect, and all of our lives are unfolding with ease and grace. We just need to state it, to create it, making sure that we're loving ourselves to the next level. And in our wholeness, I have another quote from Ernest Holmes. True healing is the realization of spiritual wholeness. When we align our thoughts with the truth of our being, we allow the divine pattern of perfection to manifest in our lives. So, a lot of times people will come and say, oh, I want a healing. And Ernest Holmes explains it, that it's not really a healing. It's a revealing of the wholeness that we already are. Because we're already divine, perfect, and whole. And so if we have a symptom or something happening or a diagnosis, it's like, okay, let's find ways to let that go and reveal the wholeness that's already there. Which to me is just really loving ourselves to the next level. How can I love myself to the next level and not blame myself for anything that's happening? Because there's always reward out of it. One of our practitioners up in Apple Valley had a mini stroke, and he said as soon as everything was not going right, he went into divine alignment. And he said he had to really look at forgiving himself, and that something wonderful was coming out of this. Something wonderful is coming out of this. He's like, I'm not sure what it is, but it's happening. And so what he's seen, because he did most of the volunteering for the landscaping and maintenance and everything up in Apple Valley, is that more people started showing up to support that. And he's like, we have a bigger team now. I could not have even imagined that would happen, but he was already feeling that space. And so he said, I see the beauty out of what happened. And I'm loving and forgiving myself through the process, where we're not just spiritually bypassing through it, saying, oh, yeah, I'm just not even going to look at this, but I'm going to recognize that I'm divine and perfect and something wonderful is unfolding. He had been asking for more volunteers for a long time, and it wasn't until a situation happened that people really stepped up to the plate. And so loving ourselves regardless of what's going on, it's like, okay, I get two choices. I get to choose how I'm going to react or respond, and I also get a choice about what I think about myself in any given moment. What am I thinking about myself? And if I didn't do a good job on something, can I just walk away and forgive myself and say, next? You know, Terry Cole Whitaker, she wrote the book, What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. And she did that when she was doing a talk and somebody in the audience was just scowling at her. And so she had to talk herself down from the ledge inside her head while she's talking, saying, what you think of me is none of my business. It doesn't matter. And she started from that day on, and I've heard Louise Hayes also say it, who does You Can Heal Your Life, is that if you've done something and you don't feel like it was your best job, it's behind you, let it go. Which is some of the words of Emma Curtis Hopkins. Free my mind of yesterday, because boy, we can keep beating ourselves up for yesterday instead of loving ourselves in every moment. So Louise Hayes says, when you get done talking or doing something, let it go, it's in the past. If you made a mistake or you fell in front of everyone, let it go, it's in the past, and move forward and respond with ease and grace and loving ourselves and respecting ourselves, that it's like, that's not a big thing. Let it go. Remember your wholeness. So in this whole divine space, I feel like the energy of the music is still flowing here. So we're going to rise up, oh my soul, to the next level, knowing that life is good. And so ends the lesson. Thank you. Thank you. And Ruth reminded me that let's make sure that we do the affirmation and the giving. It is that time for giving. I have no sense of time. I just kind of roll with the flow, and they always give me the little lights back there. So the lights went on. And so we're going to give our giving affirmation and then share our gifts. So say with me, if you would. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love. And so it is. And so it is. And if you're watching online on our website, there's a beautiful little Donate Now button. You can always donate online. We can send in gifts. Just appreciate so much of the givingness to keep this center going. And knowing that as we do give, we always receive. I remember my teacher, Reverend Brian Anderson, said, always be open to giving and receiving. And if somebody gives you a quarter, you say, thank you. Got any more? So keeping ourselves open, because giving and receiving is really the same thing. I can't be a gracious giver if I'm not a gracious receiver. So be in that miracle readiness and open to receive the goodness of the universe. And I'm knowing that's happening for everyone today, that some miracles and some gifts are unfolding. So now I have Vincent back. Vincent is back there with the microphone. That is my youngest son's middle name, Andrew Vincent Rouse. Actually, it's Andrew Vincent Murphy Rouse. He took his wife's name when they got married, so he's now a Murphy Rouse. Yeah, kind of fun. He didn't realize that that was going to move him up in the alphabetical order. He's like, oh yeah, now I'm a Murphy Rouse. All right, so Vincent's running around with the microphone. If you have any prayer requests or any questions, comments, words of wisdom.
Hi.
Hi.
Reverend Valerie. I have a prayer request.
Okay.
My second cousin, who I haven't met, I sent her some flowers today. She's going through her second round of treatment. And I just want to have, if you could pray for her wholeness. And those flowers just sparked up the whole family. It was just really incredible. So I want to have a prayer for her as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's her name?
Her name's Lee.
Lee.
And Aunt Evelyn is the grandmother, my dad's sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, I actually just want to do the treatment right now because I'm feeling really inspired to do that. And wholeness for Lee, wholeness for all of us. So let's go inside our heart of hearts for just a moment, just breathing in the fullness of life. Just letting go of all those things that do not serve us, knowing that there is one mind, one power, one infinite intelligence. That beautiful intelligence that flows the oceans, that grows the mountains and the trees and Mother Earth, aligns all the planets. That same divine energy is flowing right where we are. It is the I am that we are beautifully and brilliantly. As I speak my word and claim for Lee, for David's grandmother, for all of the family, and that is part of us, the family of us, that there is divine wholeness. There is that awakening to the divinity of the perfection that we are, that we just awaken to that. And even if we don't know what that looks like, we just allow ourselves to feel the love, the grace, the beauty, the energy of the universe. That we know that with every breath, that we are healing our bodies. With every thought, we are sending love. That we just stay in that divine space of wholeness, whole, perfect, complete, just as we are. That we just say yes, yes, yes to life. That we tune into that inner knower that just knows that it knows that it knows that it knows the right and perfect steps each and every day, each and every moment. That we just say thank you for the health, the harmony, the love, the opulence, and the goodness of life. That we just settle that into gratitude. I am so grateful for this day, for this time, for this awakening, for this wholeness, for this divinity of who we are, as I just release my word into the universal action of the law, knowing all is well. And so it is. Yeah. All right. Anyway, okay. We have Anne, and we have Beverly. Oh, and we have, okay, I didn't see your hand
Good
over there.
morning. My name is Cheryl.
Yes,
I just
hi,
wanted to
Cheryl.
share with you something Dr. Frank used to say. He was always talking about abundance of good, abundance. And I thought, what a good word. And then I remembered what he used to say before we passed around the basket, and it goes like this: Lord, we do give thee thanks for the abundance that is ours to share. And still, when you say yours, I always say mine in my head. But it's just a beautiful word, abundance. And think about it, that could be your word for the day, because it's going to be mine. Thank you.
Love that. Thank you, Cheryl. Abundance. I feel that magnetic too. It's just flowing for all of us. Good abundance. All right. I know Beverly and Ann both had their hands up.
Good morning, I'm Beverly. And I love that the topic is wholeness today, because on New Year's Day I was at the center in Palm Desert and we had a rock in our hand to pick a word for the year. And my word is wholeness. Then I get Science of Mind magazine, January was wholeness. And some of you know my long journey of wellness. And what has come to me listening to you today was the giving and receiving. And a Course in Miracles card I had pulled a few months back said, whatever's happening, blah, 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 it's all helpful. And that just changed my paradigm, that everything I've been going through, not pitching any tent, I keep going through, and I'm daily well, but where I've been sharing all this month is I'm so astonished at the love and support of friends, family, medical staff, appointments canceled and rescheduled. I mean, the wholeness. And someone said to me that was so helpful, Beverly, your bank account is full for all that you have done in your life. Please, it's okay to take it out a little bit. So that was so helpful, because I wanted to say, who, me? Who, me? And this is wholeness. So there's still more steps, but I'm here today.
Yay!
Yay!
Yes. And so deserving. So just remember that. I deserve all the good things in life. You absolutely do. Everyone does. Just by showing up on this earthly plane, you are deserving. So just being that, I deserve. And I love. Yeah.
Yeah, but sidebar.
Okay.
On Sunday, I was so glad to be here, my first Sunday, and everybody applauded. Anyway, but the teens were doing what they do at camp in Oregon in October, and everyone needs to donate and help them. But we did this exercise, and they read something, did this happen to you? Like step in if you had lost somebody, or a divorce, or that you were grateful. And it was so helpful, because what they had come up with in their meeting, and I love they are standing on our shoulders, but this has helped me so much, because it said, I see you, and this is the new thing. This is going out into the world they came up with. We know you as human. Then the next one was, we love you, or I love you. And I went, oh yes, because I've said my biosuit. And then I've been saying for years, how human of us. But that validated the thought, we are in our biosuit. We darn well take care of it. It's the only one we have. So I love that. I know you as human. I just love that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I just feel, I'm Ann. Hi, everybody. I just want to say I am filled with so much gratitude today. I'm so grateful that Beverly is well enough to come today. That is so wonderful. I'm so grateful that Reverend Toole is here, and that you're here, Valerie, and that Reverend Catherine's here, and all the people that I see when I come, because when Beverly wasn't coming, I was oftentimes taking her someplace, and so I've been gone too. But I hardly know where to begin, but I loved your talk very, very much. And one of the things is that sticks out for me and that I've been telling myself kind of forever, but especially this week, is that things happen for a reason, even when it feels really kind of messy, that it's on its way to being clear, the sediment is settling. And I do believe that. And then another thing, the idea that what we send out there, the thoughts are so powerful. And I have been saying for some time that I could use a little extra. I need some money to pay off a debt that I don't normally have, and I don't usually have debts. And so I just kept saying, there's checks in the mail. There's checks in the mail. So about 3 months ago, sure enough, there was a check in the mail. And it was about $88. And I said, thank you, that's the right idea. Checks in the mail, And so I just kind of kept thinking that every time I get the mail, I thought, oh, well, no checks in the mail. It was coming, the checks in the mail. And I got this check from the federal government yesterday, and no explanation. They do these weird things, They charge you, and then they don't charge you. They give to you. They never tell you why. And it was a big one. It was almost $4,000, and I thought, yeah, that's the right idea. Thank you, thank you. And I thought, well, I was very disappointed. I had a new tax person this year, and I didn't realize that the guy that I chose was busy and gave it to a trainee, and then he was always asking the other guy. And I thought, how did I end up owing $6,000? That's really kind of his money I thought I was going to put on that loan. And I thought, I think they found out that wasn't right, and gave me back some of that money. So I just thought, yeah, just those vibrations that we put out are so important. And I just love that truth. And thank you very much.
Absolutely. Congrats, yeah. Universe is just more checks. We're in that open space. Okay, real quick, anyone else? Oh, yes, back here. We're going to give you a workout, Vincent. Yes, let's go, Vincent. Awesome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just want to say thank you for your word, your support, and just teaching us. Every time I'm here, I feel so good. I believe in the power and the majesty and the glorious God, and you bring it straight to our hearts. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So sweet. Yes. Good. All right. I just want to send us out with a blessing today that we just continue to know that it is the best day ever, that we just continue to breathe in the fullness of life, knowing that life is good and life is very good. And I am declaring for each and every person here that there are magical, beautiful, abundant gifts that are flowing, that we just stay in that miracle readiness, knowing this is the best day ever. And in gratitude, I release my word, and so it is. All right, have the best day ever. Abundant is our word of the day. Abundant. Yes.